Crimson Festival in Chandanpur, the Festival of Colors, Holi. The air was filled with anticipation as the Festival of Colors, Holi, approached in the small village of Chandanpur. For generations, the villagers had celebrated this vibrant festival, marking the arrival of spring with joyous abandon. But this year, amidst the laughter and revelry, something sinister lurked, waiting to unleash its terror upon the unsuspecting villagers. Deep in the heart of the forest surrounding Chandanpur, an ancient shrine stood, forgotten by time.
Legends whispered of dark rituals once performed within its walls, rituals meant to appease ancient deities hungry for blood.
But as the years passed, the shrine fell into disrepair, its secrets buried beneath layers of foliage and neglect. One fateful night, a group of adventurous youths from Chandanpur stumbled upon the shrine, drawn by rumors of hidden treasures. Ignoring the warnings of the elders, they entered the dilapidated structure, their laughter echoing off the moss-covered walls. But their mirth soon turned to fear as they uncovered a hidden chamber, its walls adorned with strange symbols and grotesque idols. Curiosity overcame caution as they approached the center of the chamber, where a stone altar lay bathed in moonlight. As one of them reached out to touch the altar, a sudden gust of wind extinguished their torches, plunging them into darkness. Panicked, they stumbled over each other in the blackness, their screams echoing through the forest. When dawn broke, only one of the youths emerged from the forest, his hair turned white with shock, his eyes haunted by the horrors he had witnessed. He spoke of whispers in the darkness, of unseen hands reaching out from the shadows, of a presence that hungered for their souls. But his words were dismissed as the ravings of a madman, lost in the depths of the forest. As the day of Holi dawned upon Chandanpur, the villagers gathered in the central square, their faces smeared with vibrant colors, their hearts filled with laughter and song. The air was thick with the scent of marigold and sandalwood, the streets alive with the rhythm of drums and the trill of flutes. Among the revelers was Iman, a young man with dreams of adventure beyond the confines of his village. Despite his mother's protests, he had joined the festivities, eager to immerse himself in the joyous chaos of Holi. But as the day wore on, a sense of unease gnawed at the edges of his mind, a feeling that something dark lingered beneath the surface of the celebration. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the square, the villagers lit bonfires to mark the beginning of the night's revelry. Dancing around the flames, they threw colored powders and water at each other, their laughter mingling with the crackle of the fire. But amidst the chaos, Iman caught sight of a figure standing at the edge of the square, shrouded in darkness. Intrigued, he approached, his heart pounding with a mixture of fear and curiosity. As he drew closer, he saw that the figure was an old man, his face hidden beneath the folds of his cloak.
"Who are you?"
Iman asked, his voice barely audible over the din of the celebration. The old man turned to him, his eyes gleaming in the firelight. "I am the keeper of secrets, young one," he replied, his voice a whisper on the wind. "Beware the darkness that lies within." With those cryptic words, the old man vanished into the night, leaving Iman standing alone in the flickering light of the bonfire. As the night wore on, the revelry reached a fever pitch, the villagers lost in a whirlwind of colors and music. But beneath the facade of joy, a sense of unease hung heavy in the air, as if the very earth itself held its breath, waiting for the moment of reckoning. It was then that the first screams pierced the night, echoing through the streets like the wails of lost souls. Startled, the villagers froze in place, their eyes wide with fear as they searched for the source of the disturbance. But it was already too late. From the shadows emerged creatures of nightmare, their forms twisted and contorted, their eyes burning with an otherworldly light. With claws outstretched, they descended upon the unsuspecting revelers, their laughter drowned out by the screams of the damned. Amon watched in horror as chaos consumed the square, his mind reeling from the surreal nightmare unfolding before him. With a sinking feeling in his heart, he realized that the old man's warning had come to pass. The darkness had been unleashed upon Chandanpur, and nothing could stop its relentless advance. Driven by instinct, Amon fled into the labyrinthine streets of the village, his breath ragged with exertion, his heart pounding in his chest. But no matter how fast he ran, the darkness pursued him, its tendrils reaching out from every shadow, its whispers echoing in the recesses of his mind. Desperate and alone, Amon stumbled upon the entrance to the forest, its ancient trees looming like silent sentinels in the moonlight. With nowhere else to turn, he plunged into the darkness, his only hope of salvation lying in the heart of the very forest that had spawned the nightmare that now threatened to consume him. Deep within the forest, Amon stumbled upon the ruins of the ancient shrine, its crumbling walls bathed in the eerie glow of moonlight. With each step, he felt the weight of centuries pressing down upon him, the whispers of the past swirling around him like ghostly tendrils. Summoning every ounce of courage he possessed, Amon approached the shrine, his heart pounding in his chest, his mind a maelstrom of fear and uncertainty. But as he crossed the threshold, a sense of calm washed over him, as if the darkness itself had receded in the face of his determination. With trembling hands, Amon reached out to touch the stone altar at the center of the shrine, his fingers tracing the ancient symbols carved into its surface. And as he did, a blinding light filled the chamber, banishing the shadows that had plagued the village for so long. In that moment, Amon understood the true nature of the darkness that had consumed Chandanpur. It was not some malevolent force from beyond the grave, but a reflection of the darkness that lay within the hearts of men. And as he stood in the light of the moon, he vowed to never let that darkness consume him, to stand as a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in shadow. And so, as the first rays of dawn broke through the canopy above, Amon emerged from the forest, his spirit renewed, his resolve unshakable. For though the nightmare of Holi had passed, the true battle had only just begun, a battle against the darkness that lurked within us all. Thanks for watching.